Hey, everybody. Thought I'd just do a short live while I'm out here trying to get my exercise in. Pretty nice day to be working out. Well, the sun goes in and comes out, and right now it's a little warm. As you can see, I give it a few minutes, see if anybody gonna drop down or stay in the cloud. I know most people just probably in other chats if anybody's live, what the happenings is going on. I don't have that much excitement as the beef sector. I'm just out here trying to get some exercise in. That's it. And do just a little chit chatting. I do want to say thank everybody that came to the live last night. It's supposed to have been my first my first lesbian panel since I've been gone. First one coming back, but as you see, it wasn't a panel. I just had to do it myself. I don't know if maybe because I hadn't did any panels or any lives like that in a while. I think it's probably been 2 months since I've month and a half, 2 months, something like that. Um, so I know if people didn't get the notification. Some people said they didn't get a notification. So that may be why. But I just went ahead and did it on my own. The topic last night was first date etiquette. Hey, if I run, what you say? Enjoy the live even without a panel. Well, thank you, I appreciate it. It was quite interesting, and it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. Um, Everybody had their comments and questions and some different answers, so it was good. And I appreciate everybody that participated. Hi. So, um, trying to get my breath. So it was, like I said, it was good. So I think I started doing the upload and it cut me off. I don't know why I did that. Well, all right, Hills, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. And thanks for participating last night. And so hopefully maybe the next panel, everybody will get the notification and we can start back. Because actually I had to have a talk with myself to see was I going to continue the lesbian panel or just cancel it altogether. And main reason is because people don't understand, as other content creators have said, it takes more than just getting up, turning your camera on, saying I'm going to go live. You have to be in the right mind space. You have to feel like it. And I just hadn't been feeling like it. when you have been gone for a while, whether it's a little while, whether it's a month or 3 weeks, when you decide, say you're ready to come back, it takes a lot. It's easier to go to other people's panel and listen to the BS and what they have to say than to for you to have to, because it takes a lot to prepare to go live. You have to, have things done at home. You know, um, get the children together, all that. It's hard getting back in the saddle. Yes, it is. And actually, um, I probably 3 or 4 times before I went live, I said throughout the day that I was just going to cancel it and that I wasn't going to do any more Presbyterian panels because I just wasn't feeling it. And I don't know. Yeah. Hey, boss lady, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. But yeah, it's hard to start back, and it's so much easier just to go to other people's panel and listen to what you want to hear from them, and then leave and go somewhere else, than to have to do your own life. And I went ahead and pushed myself to do that one last night, but I had to tell myself, ask myself, do I want to keep doing these panels? And if you know anything about Virgos, they are perfectionists. And I'm a big perfectionist. And like my lieutenant used to tell me all the time, that I'm harder on myself than anybody could be on me. I'm the hardest on myself. And when something, I don't like when something is not organized, or when it don't go the way that I have put it together in my head, or I have arranged it to be, I get discouraged. Uh, but I don't know. I'm still up in the air. I may uh, do another one and just see if I want to just give it up. Some days I just don't feel. I don't feel it. Um, and that is supposed to be a panel. The only person you can depend on is yourself. Um, even with a panelist, when you have a panel, and so uh, that's part of my perfectionist too. I like organization also. Yeah, um, I I think that's probably one of my pet peeves. Being that I'm a perfectionist, if something is not organized, it's just chaos. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'd rather stop. I'd rather discontinue, cancel it. Hey, Watermelon, how you doing? I'd rather cancel it than to be disorganized or have a bunch of chaos. Um, and I like to be able to depend on people. It's discouraging when people ask for a panel and then they do not show. Right, right. And that's what, and that gets me. Um, because to tell you the truth, I wasn't, when I decided to come back from my dad's uh, death, I said I was done. I was just gonna do like everybody else and just go to everybody else's chat and be a content creator and forget the rest. But I was getting messages, I was getting emails, text messages saying, you know, take your time, but we definitely be glad when you come back with the panels, because the rest of the stuff that's in the beef sector is crazy and is a hot mess. And I understand that. Hey, J Dog, what's going on? Let's see, you can also talk about other topics. Also, it's a lot going on in real life. Yeah, and I may do that. Um, and then I can do if choose to want to do like I did last night, have a topic, and you know have questions and answer. I can do it like that. But I have to see, and do I want to continue doing that? And I said to myself, maybe I'll just do my workout videos and my promotions, promoting these, like the pickleball and the crystal, and what else did I have? Some other stuff like that. You just had a little setback. What you going through? You can get your little kingpin popping again. Yeah, yeah, boss lady, probably so. That's just that perfectionist in me. It brings me down uh, when stuff don't go as I planned it. But I know some people enjoy it. Hey, Truth, what's going on, my brother? On my channel, in my country, I don't want to be involved in any drama. I want fun times and good conversation. Yeah, because that all that messiness that's going to be sector now, them games they play and what they call them, games, plays or whatever. I'm not for all that. That's a bunch of craziness. Um, and I'm not interested in stuff like that. I'm too old for that. And the people that's on here that's doing it should be too old, but whatever floats your boat. And if that's what gets you content, then do you. Pickleball is causing American millions. Them old people killing themselves. Is that right? True. I know they. I know they playing that pickleball, boy. I tell you, and I still haven't made my video. But yeah, if you have a channel, yeah, you got to focus on your content and not worry about all that other stuff. We'll support you. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's me, being off that length of time, and you get lazy. And like I said, it's I don't know if it's laziness or it's just you have to be in the mindset. You can't just grab your camera and go live. You have to, you know, plan what your content is going to be about. And like I always say, yeah, I'll I'll talk about some of the stuff that goes on in the beef sector, but the stuff that's going on now is a little uh, out of my league. Uh, I don't play games like that, and all that screaming, yelling, and stuff. Not for me. We actually had pickleball here for over 10 years. Really, we're not new to it. Then again, I live in a very small southern community, so we have to have something to do for seniors. Well, I guess I wouldn't have thought that seniors would be playing pickleball. That's quite um, active. Uh, hope I hope they don't pass out there playing pickleball. I refuse to play an 80-year-old woman in pickleball. They talk trash too. Ooh, I smashed the pickleball into their face. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they into it. She says, okay. So, what happened in my life today? I always have a good time too. Yeah, and so yeah, I don't mind supporting other people, uh, which I always have. But when I'm working out or exercising, uh, I don't because I have my music playing. I don't get notifications, so I have to watch the videos after I finish working out. Uh, Unless I just decide to go live, and then the notifications will come in. But a lot of people's notifications I don't get, even people that I'm subscribed to. So maybe it's because I've been gone. I don't know. I'll just have to unsubscribe and resubscribe to them. But yeah, last night it was, like I said, it was okay. Vibrant was in there and Hills was in there, so it was okay. Victoria, um, I think a couple of people that I didn't know and hadn't seen, and then some people that didn't get the notification contacted me this morning and left messages saying they didn't even get the message. I mean, they didn't get the notification, which is understandable. We know how YouTube is. I know when you act better be done soon. Yeah, it's hot out here. You see how I'm sweating, sweat hanging off my chin. Um, yeah, I got it. I think another 3 miles to go. So I think I've done 5 miles already. Do you have water? Yes, I, I just, I had some hydroxycut, and I was drinking that on my first round, my first 3 miles. Then I stopped at the car and put that up, and then I got one of those iced coffees. I drank that, and I got some water, but I won't be able to get to my water until I go around all the way on the other side where my car is. But I got a great big bottle of that, so I'll get my water. But yeah, it's when I first came out, it was kind of cool and it was shade, but every once in a while, that sun comes out and be beaming. Let's see. Yeah, I don't even know what time it is, but I tried to get out here early, but I think I made about 10:30. Hydroxycut. You better stop it. I'm getting my gun. What a gun. Yeah, I have to drink my hydroxycut. It actually it gives you energy. Do you drink Gatorade? I normally drink what's the other one? Not Gatorade, but the other one. I forgot the name of it. But I drank I drank that one. I drank it. People falling out left and right in this heat. Yeah, cause let me see, what was that? Not yesterday, day before yesterday. I think I came out, and it was hot. I think it probably got up to 102 or 3. Chasing in the grass. No grass. You're gonna have to chase me on the sidewalk. Wallow sugar, you know I don't do grass. but it was hot that day, and I think I didn't get to finish. I didn't get to complete my whole time because it was so hot. I felt like I was about to pass out, so I had to stop, turn around, and head back to the car. So yeah, and a lot of times if you don't see me with water. I don't know if this is like with everybody, but I could drink Diet Coke. I could drink tea. Well, no, not tea. I can drink hydroxycut, anything else. But if I drink tea or water while I'm out here exercising, I have to go to the bathroom 50,000 times. And so I try my best to either drink a lot of water before I leave to come out here and try to um, go to the bathroom many, many times before I come out here. Or either I would wait until I finish my workout out here and then I drink my water because I'll be at home and I can go to the bathroom. Uh, because out here all they have is porta toilets, and I don't want to be bothered with the porta toilet. uh, yeah, it's hot out here. See what y'all say. It speeds up your metabolism. Not good for your heart in this heat. I'm good. I'm good. I never have a problem when I drink the Hydroxycut. I actually don't even have a problem. Most people won't come out when it's 102 or 103. I'll come out here. Now I may not run, but I'll try and do my miles. A camel patch, yeah. You know, I had one of those, and I don't know what happened to it. I definitely need one of those, and I can just put it on my back and drink. Let's see. Hey, Love Blake. Long time no see. Yeah. But I know it's good. I mean, the Hydroxycut, I've always drinking Hydroxycut for years when I do my walking, because it does. When I sometimes when you come out, you don't feel like I feel a little sluggish. That Hydroxycut will pick me up. And when it's too hot, I know not to be out here trying to run. And there are only a few times that it's been so hot that I just absolutely can't do it. I will stop. Love Blake, where you been? Like, yeah, I ain't seen Love Blake in a while. I miss Love Blake. Hey, Black, you're running from YouTube. You running from YouTube. I guess a whole lot of people running from YouTube. The mess. I don't know. It's not interesting. Most decent people, can't deal with this YouTube beef sector mess. Just continuously every day, all day, or whatever. Apple cider vinegar and lemon juice with B12 gummies. That would give you a real boost. Oh, really? Okay, I may have to try it out. Y'all know me. I have to get out here. I got to get my exercise in. I know a lot of people don't like the heat, but I was born in August, so I love the heat. Now, as y'all know, the cold is the one that get me. You ain't gonna find me out here when it turns cold or in the wintertime. Not at all. But yeah, like I said, I don't know. Am I going to keep the panel going or just do my workout videos and my promotion videos? I don't know. I'll see. I've said before that I was going to stop but I guess I continue because there are people that do like the panels. It's educational for some people, and it's fun. Some of them are fun. So that's probably why I've continued to go like I have. I don't know. I will see. Put a apple cider vinegar and lemon in at least 12 ounces of water. Okay, apple cider vinegar and lemon. I might try those. There was there was two big dogs out here. They was running wild. They've been out here for like 4 or 5 days. So you know they thirsty and they hungry. And today I've had two women that I've had to walk them past them dogs. Hmm, what have you on the toilet? Apple cider vinegar. Well, you know, when I get sore throat, I go in my pantry, grab that bottle of apple cider vinegar, and I take about 3 swigs of it, straight from the bottle. Cause if you want to get rid of a sore throat, that's all you have to do is drink you 2 or 3 swigs of apple cider vinegar, and that'll knock that sore throat out. And I'm gonna have to do that when I get home because for some reason, when I woke up this morning, my throat was kind of sore. So I'm going to have to go and get them swigs of apple cider vinegar. It doesn't it doesn't make me, well, maybe me drinking 2 or 3 swigs is not gonna make me go to the bathroom, but maybe drinking it with the water and stuff, especially the kind with the mothers in it. Yeah, that's the kind I use, and I'll drink that. It'll have you on the toilet. Oh no, I'll see because I'm gonna try that lemon juice and apple cider vinegar and water. Uh, it
So how
may.
you doing, Queen?
All right, how are you doing?
Wonderful.
Good. I may try that. Have to try that. See.
How you doing?
But for a sore throat, that's what I do. I just get that bottle and I take me 3 swigs of it, and uh, usually within a few hours, that sore throat will be gone. But it was, I think that was Lady Nika. Get a metal straw to drink apple cider vinegar. It will eat your teeth up. Okay, yeah, I got a metal straw. I use that. Uh, I use that if I try that. But I think that was Lady Nika, and it might have been on her platform, somebody else's platform, with Mother's Friend in it. Yeah, I used that one with the mothers whatever in it. Um, they were talking about having power of attorneys, having durable power of attorney. Yeah, I do. Can't you tell? You see my real color and that tan. I probably got it around my eyes too. I probably look like a raccoon right about now. Yeah, one one day out here and you have a tan. Uh, but that was a good topic that they had because, as we know, um, our people really don't uh, talk about stuff like that. And you definitely, especially being that my dad just passed away, all of that. Your tan is even on your face. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm darker. Yep. I have to put my shades up here so I can get the tan around my eyes, so I won't be looking like a raccoon. But all that stuff, the power of attorney, the POD, it's power on upon death, power on death upon when the person die. The power of attorney is when there maybe no raccoons when they're alive, and then that person has the power over everything except for the your medical. The POA don't have any control over the medical, but we ended up having to get an attorney. Yeah, I definitely tell people, make sure you get a will done, and if you can't do it yourself, most people try, especially older people like my dad. His will, attorneys don't like when wills have blanks and it's skipped, and stuff like that. You may know what you want to say, and you may know what you want people to have, and that's good and dandy. In Texas, you don't have to have an attorney to do your will. You don't. But if you don't want it messed up, try to get an attorney to do your will. Yeah. Make sure you have your living will in case something happened to you and you have to go to the hospital and they want to know what your request is. If nobody knows, nobody knows. Um, you know, your DNR, do not resuscitate. If people don't know if you want to be resuscitated or not, that's just out there in the open. Um, hey, Karma, how you doing? Good to see you. Have all that. Know that a POA, a POA is not the same as your executor of your will. Executor of your will and the administrator is the same. Can you type something up and have it notarized? Would that be sufficient? Yeah, yeah, you can do that, and I'm going to I'm going to do that for myself. Type something up and get it notarized and signed because my dad was so secretive about everything, and a lot of older people, older than myself, like my dad, they're secretive about every little thing. You know, they don't want you to know what's in their will. They wanted, and if they uh, have somebody to do it, like he had my sister to do it, uh, he don't want nobody else to know what's in it. Insurance policy. He didn't tell anybody who his beneficiaries were. I mean, just being secretive, and that's not good. You need to tell somebody. But if it is just a notarized copy, it can be argued in court. Well, if if all of the people that's in the will, and say for instance, like me, I have 6 siblings. If everybody agreed to it, and then nobody's going to try to contest it because he made sure that it was no arguing or fussing or anything, and he said everything be sold, everything, house, land, property, cows, vehicles, everything be sold. Yeah, yeah, it can. It's always well, I'm gonna say always. It's gonna be somebody that's wanting to make things difficult and try to you know have a argument is but the reason my dad said sell everything was because he said he didn't want any of that arguing. He didn't want none of that fussing, none of that. So he said sell everything and split it evenly amongst the 6. Don't keep the house, don't keep the property, don't keep the cows, the dog, the cars. Um, so that makes it easy when you have it like that. So you can, something like that, you can, type it up, get it notarized, get you 2 witnesses. Make sure you get 2 witnesses, okay, just to lock it in, make it uh, better for whoever's may, have that will, and give that give that will. Don't be secretive like my dad, and give somebody that will in case you pass away and no one knows. Give somebody a copy or tell somebody where your insurance policy is. We still haven't found my dad's insurance policy. I hate hunting through house looking. Yes, yes, especially over real estate. There is someone who is out screwing others over. Yeah, yeah. But if it is just notarized copy, it can be. Yeah. So yeah, make sure if you're gonna get it, you're gonna type it out, sign it, get it notarized, and get two witnesses and get them to sign it in front of notary too. Uh, and put in there where your life insurance policies is. If someone has it, put that in the will. If they don't, tell them where they can find it. Tell them who's the beneficiary and your life insurance policy. If you want the person or the people or whoever to use a portion of that money to bury you, make sure you put that in your will. Say, use $15,000 of my life insurance policy to bury me. Take care of all the funeral arrangements and anything that's left. If you choose to give it to your grandchild or your child, say that the rest of the insurance policy goes to so and so. Or if you got a big policy and you want it split between all of your kids or all your grandkids, say that. Say that. I'm giving all 6 of my kids a folder with all my info with detailed instructions, and that's good. That is good. So everybody will know, because none of us had his will except for one of my sisters. We didn't know what was in it, but some of us did know that he had already told us that his wishes was that everything be sold, everything, and be split evenly amongst all 6 of us. And then also, like in his will, he also named the grandkids and how much they get, and the great grandkids and how much they get. Let's see. Just leave me where I die. Let them throw me away. Don't pay to put me in the grave. You know what? I said that. I told my sisters and my brothers. I said, look, while we was at the funeral home, I'm making arrangements for my dad. I told them. I said, look, don't spend all of that money. I say, whoever that may be here, still here, when I pass, I want y'all to know, don't spend all of that money burying me, okay? Trying to put me in no nice casket and all this fancy stuff. I said, burn my ass. And they was like, looking at me like, girl, don't be saying that. I was like, no, I'm serious. Burn my ass, put my ashes in a necklace for all of y'all, and walk around, hey, you talk too much, how you doing? And put my ashes in a necklace, one of those necklaces, and all y'all make sure you wear me around your neck. Okay? That's it. Don't be, I don't need no repass. I don't need no viewing no body. I don't need none of that. That's money. I feel, for me, it's a waste. Because when I pass, my spirit is not at that cemetery. It's gone. All there is them bones. Well, what's going to be bones, dust, or whatever. That's a waste of money. You can use that money for something else. to live off or whatever, you know, to get you whatever. Don't be wasting that money trying to put me in no fancy casket. Mm-mm. No. Nobody likes that crusty fried chicken. The church. So, yeah. I didn't even go and eat none of that food. Mm-mm. And actually, shoot, I wasn't gonna go, but but I did. But yeah, so just cremate me, buy all y'all that's left a necklace, and put my ashes in it, and take the rest of my ashes and go somewhere and sprinkle them. I don't give a damn where you sprinkle them. How am I gonna know? Yeah. Mm-mm. So I did, and make sure every every year or two, update your information, update your living will, in case you have changes, update your insurance policies. You might want to up the coverage amount on the policies that you have. Uh, Update your, because you may change your mind and say no. Keep giving me CPR until you can't give it anymore. So update all your stuff. Yes. So yeah, do that every year or two. Um, Actually, 2 days ago, or was it after my dad's funeral? Yeah, I got I called my insurance, my life insurance policies, and asked them to send me um, update the forms to update my beneficiary. And look, make sure if you have put somebody on as a beneficiary that you noticed, or they are not going to be fair, that they may take all the money and do what they want to, put it in their pocket, and not help bury you, or not use the policy to bury you, and then whatever's left they keep, if that's your wishes. Do that. Change your beneficiaries if you have to. um, do not leave people that's not going to do the right thing as beneficiary, because um, somebody that I know, they was beneficiary. Instead of them help burying the person, or burying them, and then what's left they keep, they took the money, pocketed the money, and kept right on stepping, and left the family to have to raise money to bury that person. That is crazy. I'm leaving everything to Boss Lady in New Jersey. Good, good. Well, hopefully, Boss Lady will be here when you go. That's what we did with our mother. Oh, okay. I don't want nobody crying over me. Celebrate my memory. Yeah, laughing and remember the good times we had together. Yeah, that's what I say. I don't want no. I don't want no funeral. I don't need all that crying. You know, cry for me now. If you want to cry, cry now. Sprinkle her behind over the parks. Yeah. Take my ashes and come out here and sprinkle me under all these trees out here. If anything, I don't need no funeral. Let me see, cause doggone funerals are expensive. Probably the least. Well, yeah, I won't say the least, but a nice funeral is probably about $10,000 or more. I don't need you to spend no $10,000 to bury me. That's crazy. Don't leave your ashes to me, Decock. Putting them on the grass. Oh, no, no, no. Don't give a woman and sugar none of my ashes. Because I would not be able to cross over. Because she's going to sprinkle my ashes on the grass. And, I can't do the grass. The lease is 8,000 and to 11,000. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. And what's crazy is if you don't like with my father, we don't know who he had for a beneficiary, or if he even had a beneficiary put on his insurance policy. We don't know. And do you know the insurance policy, insurance company will not tell you who the beneficiary is, and that was crazy to me. They will not tell you if you don't know. If you don't know who it is, they won't tell you, and that is crazy as hell. So we had to end up just putting burying him, getting using the credit card to bury him until until we find out something about the policy. Because no one knows, and we can't find his insurance policy. We know he have one, but we haven't found it yet. And I have went and checked his bank records. Well, we found it on his bank records. We called the number, but the thing is, they will not tell you any information about the policy if you don't already know. If you don't know how much the policy is, they're not going to tell you, especially if you're not a beneficiary. And we don't know who the beneficiary is. We don't even know if he put a beneficiary on there. So we still have not uh, got the money from his insurance policy. And that's crazy. I don't know. So, yeah. And it was just because he had all his property and the house and cows and stuff like that. You may have to hire him. We already hired an attorney. We had already started contacting, trying to find attorneys before he passed away. Because we knew we was going to have one, being that he had all the property, all his land and stuff, uh, cows and all that. So yeah, so the attorney is going to have to do all that, um, and it's going to cost about $10,000 for an attorney to do all that and to get the deed changed on the land. Uh, he built his own house, so there's no mortgage or anything. But yeah, so we had to go ahead and hire an attorney so she can do all of that work, like having to contact the uh, life insurance company to make them disperse that money. Because like I was saying, even if he don't have a beneficiary, they can still disperse it, make the check out to the estate of, you know. And people have to know that a POD, a POA is not the same as an executor of someone's estate or administrator. I bet someone in the house is safe. I bet someone in the house. We we got all his safes, uh, files, suitcases. I mean, we went. I mean, we still have to clean the house. I mean, it's a 4-bedroom house with two a den, a living room. It's a big house. And we have gone through that house. I have anyway. So he had someone. That's why insurance company will not tell you. It could be willed to all his other assets. It could be willed to all his other assets. Me? Are you talking about to the estate, to his estate? Um, yeah, that's why I said that they can disperse it to the estate of to his estate. But that's crazy. Even the funeral home had tried to contact their insurance company, and they wouldn't tell the funeral home anything either. Each of you has to call. One of you is on the policy, and I didn't bother to call. Um, like we say, if we're gonna pay an attorney $10,000, then she can do it. She can do all the work. Just like I didn't know that, like with the land and stuff, that not just the administrators or the executive of the state name goes on the deeds. Uh, all six of the kids' name go on the deed. Yes, let the attorney handle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's going. If we hadn't paying her $10,000, she's gonna do her job. Yeah, she's gonna do her job. hmm So, uh, if I can tell you anything, make sure you have your stuff taken care of. Make sure everything is done. Make sure, even now, get your stuff. Make sure your insurance policies and all that's the living will, and even your will, because you may have to change something in it. Um, Somebody may have passed away, and you still have their name in your will. You're gonna have to revise that, update your stuff. My dad was 86 years old, so his will was done in, I think, 2013. So uh, you can just imagine, uh, the attorney said, "Wow, this now She said, I've seen worse wills, but this one, I'm gonna have to straighten this out before we go to probate court." Um, okay, here's a trick I learned in finding safes and hiding places. Pour some water on the floor. The water will go between any loose boards. I'm trying to think what kind of floors my dad's house have. Hmm. I don't know, but we this he was like B. He saved every piece of paper, every form, every bank deposit slip, every withdrawal slip for since my God, years and years. B had paperwork from 1973. She didn't throw away no receipt. She was like him, no bank deposit or withdrawal or nothing like that. So you can imagine when it's time to clean his house out, it's gonna be something else. But yeah, make sure your insurance policies are up to date. If you have to get more coverage, or you just want to get more coverage, or inflation. So you may have a $10,000 policy you had 25 years ago, and you might want to up that coverage on that, so it'll be enough, and your beneficiaries will be able to get something. Um, I actually had two insurance company policies, and I added another one. I actually added another one, so I have three. And then they I don't remember who I put down as beneficiaries, so what I had to do is just tell them, could you send me another form so I can update my beneficiaries? And it may be somebody on there that you no longer want to be a beneficiary. So you need to get that. You need to make sure you get that change, because you don't want them to to have that money if you no longer like them or trust them or whatever. But definitely get your get your stuff together, because I guess after you've had to just bury somebody, uh, that does set on you and make you think about your own mortality and how things going to be handled, and if you got the right people in the right places, or you got some wrong people in place to be over your your assets.
All
You
right,
don't want to
Queen.
do that.
Good work, good work.
Hey, um, yeah. So I did want to say that, since I just went through that. But definitely make sure you get a watermelon sugar. Make sure you get you two witnesses for that will. And I know it's expensive to get a will done through an attorney, because I think if I'm not mistaken, it's about $2,500. About $2,500 if you hire an attorney to do your will. Um, because B got hers done through an attorney, and that's what they do. So you have to pay the price. But hey, I don't know if you can type it out. You put everything in there where it's no doubt what you want and what your desires is for everybody to have, or and then sign it, date it, get it notarized, get two witnesses, and that should be good. And hopefully you don't have anybody that's going to want to contest it, or be a butthole and want to fight and cause any issues. But that definitely make sure you put like I said, my dad didn't put his insurance policies in the will. Didn't say where it was. Didn't say how much it was. Didn't say who the beneficiary was. None of that. I ain't up in shit. Let add on. Heck, I have them. And them their flowers while I was alive. Now, damn it, add the rest or move on. Either way, I'm good. I love Blake. I know you. I know that's right. Um, yeah, because I have I got five grandboys. So I was thinking about it, and I was like, what I do, I'll just get another policy and split each one of them. And there are people like B was the same way. She she paid for her funeral, you know, before she passed away. That way, uh, you 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 wouldn't have to worry about paying out of the insurance policy. We have plots already. The cemetery plots, we have those already. Let me see what else. So we was able to get some really nice obituaries, because the plot, we already had the plot, the cemetery plot. We already had the headstone, because our mother's headstone and his is connected to hers. We just have to pay to get the date put on it. And I didn't know they charged that much to just put a date on a headstone. $300. I I wanted to say, well, hell, give me a marker. I go out there and put it on there. Shit, for $300. Hey, yo, boy, Blue, how you doing? Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, but yeah, it's expensive. Uh, so it's good for anybody that go ahead and start paying for their plot, for their casket. And you know that you can actually, there's a company where online that you can go on and you can buy, I'm good, that you can go ahead and buy your casket and they will deliver it to your house. I mean, I don't know where you're gonna put it, but you put it in your garage. Well, if you live in an apartment, you can't do that, but you can put it in your garage. Um, I mean, if you live in an apartment and you want to I mean, I don't see you having a casket delivered to your apartment and having it in your living room or in one of your back bedrooms. Hey, beautiful soul, how you doing? Glad to see you. But you can. There is a company that you can go ahead and purchase your casket. And actually, B was going to do. She was going to do that. She was going to purchase her casket and just have it delivered to the house and put it in the garage. And I wasn't having that because I wasn't ready to deal with that. Um, it's cheaper, but I don't want no casket in my garage. My daughter is planting a Wonder Woman tree for me and putting my ashes in it. Ah, don't put me in no musty box. You say don't put you in no musty box. I know it. I don't want to be closed up in no box. Because when I see them closed in caskets, I just can't breathe. And not that I'm breathing, I'll be breathing anyway, but I don't want to be in no box. That's why I say spread my ashes somewhere. Okay, oh, she's planting a Wonder Woman tree for me. Oh, okay. Oh, that's watermelon sugar. I think I said boss lady. Okay, yeah. That's cool. That's a wonderful thing to do. Yeah. I just, yeah. I don't, funerals are too expensive. But yeah, she was going to go ahead and buy her funeral. Pay for her funeral, buy her casket. I said, no, 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 you're going too far. They're not going to deliver no casket to this house. No, ma'am. And every time I go get ready to get in my car, I got to squeeze it by a casket. No, ma'am. You can do everything else, but purchasing that casket, no. No, ma'am. So, but yeah. Um, so that's what this week. That's what I've been doing, calling insurance, um, life insurance companies, and seeing if it's cheaper to get just add coverage to the companies that I already have, or is it cheaper to find a new company and have 3 life insurance policies from 3 different companies. A lot of times it's cheaper to stay with the company or companies that you have and just ask them to tell them you want to add additional coverage to the policy that you already have. And another thing, if you have not, make sure if you want to get coverage or you want to add coverage, make sure you get it before you turn 60. Make sure you get it before you turn 60. Now, everybody know I'm going to be turning 60 next month. I didn't realize that you need to get it before you turn 60. I just happened, my father passing just had me do that to get additional coverage. But make sure you get it before you turn 60. It'll be cheaper if you're in your 30s now, your 40s. It'd be much, much cheaper than what I would have to pay. So do that. The bond between mothers and daughters is so special. Yeah, I know. So she had me to She was my only girl. She said the boys would have me under their bed next to their crusty socks. Oh, mm-mm. Yeah. So, yeah, make sure you get it. You get that additional coverage, or you get life insurance if you have not gotten it before you turn 60. If you're much younger, go ahead. You need to go ahead and get it. If you do not have it, you need to get it, because the older you get, the more expensive it is. And believe me, I'm telling you, it's expensive. And getting a $10,000 policy, okay, that may cover most of it, and and it may possibly cover your whole thing, your whole funeral. I don't know, but you probably would like to have a little additional money to leave for your kids and your grandkids. So go ahead and get it now. Don't wait. Um, you know what waiting does. You know, you may think that you may not die anytime soon, but you don't know. So why wait and then have your family members having to scrape and borrow and beg for money to try to bury you? My sister was taken away from us way before her time. So yeah, you never know. Even though my dad was 86 and he lived a long, good life, um, still you don't want to have to try to figure out how you're gonna bury somebody. You need to have a insurance policy already, and the younger you are, the cheaper it'll be for you, because trying to get 25,000. Say you want $25,000 policy. When you get 60 years old, well, it'll be more when you get 60. Say 59. I think they're asking around 65 and $70 a month for a. Is it 25,000? Let me see. Let me see. It's either 15,000 or 25,000. I can't remember which one. But that's way. That's expensive, more expensive than what I paid um, in 2008 or 2003 when I first got my policy. And with B, I had a $100,000 policy on her, and then I had the cancer policy. And when you get the whole life, and make sure you get whole life. Term life is, yes, term life is cheaper. It is cheaper, but whole life, it has cash value. That means the longer that you pay on it, it builds up uh, what you would maybe call like interest. Money that you can, if you get in a bind or you have an emergency, you can borrow from that policy. You can borrow $2,000, $3,000, depends on how long you had the policy, from that policy. So whole life is it. Term, I don't get no policies for term life. It's always whole life. And then they have what's called accelerated. Oh, you're welcome. So accelerated benefit, and that's if you have a terminal illness like cancer, if you have a stroke or kidney failure or something like that, they will give you a certain amount. Like the one I had, it was you could get half of what your policy was. So it was $100,000. And if you have cancer, B had cancer, so we were able to get $50,000 right then and there. they sent me a $50,000 check, and basically you could do what you want to with that check, whether you wanted to pay your bills off, whether you wanted to travel, uh, whatever you wanted to do, you could take that money and do that. And then that policy continues on. So when B did pass away, I only thought I would get the 50,000, but I didn't. I got, I think it was 90 some thousand. So whole life is it. And if you can afford it, make sure it has the accelerated benefit. And then some of them comes with the accident. No, it's called accident, sickness, and chronic benefit. And the chronic benefit in sickness is if you have something like kidney failure, if you have a stroke, if you have a heart attack, then it will pay a certain amount for that part of the policy. So hopefully something that I said definitely help someone and make somebody go today and say, hey, let me go check out some insurance, life insurance policies. You know, if you're at the age where you're not going to be paying that much, you may be paying $20 some for, you can get $40,000 worth of insurance. You need to check. You need to get some life insurance. Don't leave your family trying to GoFundMe, raise GoFundMe's, or having to beg and borrow and sell stuff to try to bury you. Because you never know when your time, when your number is up. And if you don't have no insurance, you just left your family in a bind, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. You should be responsible and have life insurance already. Make sure you get it before you're 60, or you'll be paying a pretty penny for for probably a $10,000, $15,000 policy, because a $25,000, $50,000 policy is going to be in the hundreds of dollars if you over the age of 59 or 60. So definitely update your wills. Make sure your wills is in order and where it can be understood, dated, notarized, signed, two witnesses, all that good stuff, and make sure that it's clear, concise, and where people can understand what you're asking to be done in the will. Put in where your insurance policies is. Unless you do like what Watermelon Sugar's doing, she got folders, having what your will in it, your living will, your directives. In case something happened, you go to the hospital and they need to know, do she want to be resuscitated or not? Know who is your medical power of attorney. Choose somebody as a medical power of attorney. Put them in your will also under medical power of attorney. Okay? You need to have all of that. Because believe me, my siblings and myself, we learned after going through with my dad and his secretive self, trying to hide everything and be secretive, and it's just that's just how he's always been. How old men don't want you to look in their wallet. They got this wallet full of money, and they hide and putting it down and pull out of. He was just secretive, but that doesn't make it good. It make it bad when it comes to your will. When it comes to what people, if you pass, we can't find stuff in the house. We don't know who's the beneficiary and all that stuff. It's not good to be that secret. So let somebody know or have it written down or have it in your will. It's a good thing to put all that stuff in your will so it could be found. So that is what I have to say. And I guess I will get out of here and finish my walk. It's gotten hotter and I got a ways to go to finish my workout. So I guess I'll be looking more like a raccoon than I do now. Yeah, a lot of times they think they're saving us. Yep, from hurt or pain sometimes when they're being secretive. But it's actually more harmful. I'm having a family meeting today with my kids about this. Definitely. All right, beautiful soul. Definitely red ball. Um, yeah, I definitely that after my dad passed away and we went through all the stuff and we're still going through. It's not done because we had to hire an attorney. If my dad's will was done correctly, if he had went to an attorney and got the will done by an attorney, which, like I said, it's like probably $2,500, and that's a lot of money. I mean, when you can, if you can, like watermelon sugar, if you can type your will up correctly and put in everything and get it signed and notarized and two witnesses, that's fine. But with him, he didn't, and he was being secretive about everything. I don't know what he thought uh, would happen if he told us, what his wishes was, which some of us knew. How can you? I mean, it's nothing you can do when your directive is sell everything. Everything is to be sold and split evenly between my kids. That's it. All right, Lord Blake. So it's nothing to be secretive about with something like that. But all right, so yeah, but he was secretive, so that wasn't a good thing. And then make sure if you have a POA, make sure it's uh, somebody in your family, one of your kids or somebody in your family. And don't let somebody outside of your family. Um, my dad had at the beginning had dementia, and somebody that was a relative of ours somehow claimed that he made her POA. That's another issue that we haven't had to get an attorney about. Okay, so take care of your stuff. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Yeah, yeah. And so it was like nothing that we could do, even though we knew he wouldn't have done that. But so we had to hire an attorney to get this person out of our business and from having control over his bank accounts, because that's POA uh, can control your finances, the bank accounts, and all of that. Make sure you hydrate. Oh yeah, I definitely will. Um, so yeah, make sure you have a POA, and there's somebody in your family. Don't let somebody on the outside of your family come in and do that, because they can take everything that's supposed to go to your kids or whoever. They can take that, even though you can sue them. They can do it, and it will take a while. Some woman had policy on Uncle, but they wouldn't tell us who she was, and they never found her. Really? That is crazy. We wouldn't have known that she claimed that she was the POA if she hadn't called us in when my dad, when he was just came out the hospital and was on hospice, and she told us, um, well, Unc made me POA. And we was like, what? And so we asked for proof. Where's the paperwork? She wouldn't show us any paperwork. She went and withdrew all his money out of his account and put it and started another account with her name on it. Um, so don't don't let somebody do that. Make sure you put everything in your will, where your kids or somebody that can have the paperwork. You need to have the paperwork for who's the POA. You need to name on your bank accounts who's the POD. You need to know who's the administrator or the executor of your estate when you pass away. You need to have all that in your will. I hate to see families fighting each other. Yeah. So I definitely agree with you with saying it. We'll be people that never helped lift a finger, feeling like they owned something. Yeah. And it was just a relative. And because none of my siblings lived in the city that my dad lived in, just because she was taking him to his doctor's appointment sometimes, um, that was her opportunity to get him to sign uh, paperwork, a form or paperwork saying that she's the power of attorney over his finances. And whether he signed it or not, he had dementia. So you took advantage of him at a point, time that he didn't know. And I had a conversation with him before he passed away, and I questioned him and I told him what she had did, and he basically told me I would never do that. Why would I make her a POA? And I have 6 kids. And I say, well, she removed all the money out of your bank account. This week is someone's asked for. Oh yeah, because you can best believe we wanted to tear that ass up, but we had to be cool because we had to get all of his finances back, his bank account. We had to get his bank accounts back, and we had to get all that money back from her. So we had to be cool. But believe me, we wanted to tear that ass up. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, and see, and then you lose, even though you're a relative. You know, you can never, and we're never going to speak to you ever again. You know, because you trying to take advantage of my dad, and then you withdraw $66,000 out of his account, and didn't ask us, didn't talk to us, didn't tell us why you took the money out of the account. We didn't know where the money is. It just sounds like y'all have been through so much. Yeah, we have, yeah. So when you have that kind of money in your bank account, and somebody that have coerced you, taken advantage of you, and got you to sign that they are the POA of your finances, and then they withdraw that kind of money out of your, because if there was a check because he sold some land, she deposited a check into his account, and then 3 days later withdrew the money out, withdrew the money out of his account after the depositing the check. 3 days later, you take out $66,000, and we don't know nothing about why you took it out, where it is, nothing. So we had to hire an attorney to do all this for us. Yeah, yeah. So we just waiting around, you know. And it's sad when you have to, because if this person hadn't did that, there's no way we would have had to pay $10,000 to hire an attorney. that $10,000 could be in our pockets, but it is what it is. We definitely, I don't care if we had to spend every penny that we had, uh, before we let you that person get away with doing that. I would, I spend everything I own. Yeah, we definitely going to. Pookie and them would have rolled down. I, I know it. I mean, can you imagine somebody to take advantage of your loved one like that? It was crazy. Yeah. So that's why I couldn't come on. I couldn't come on here. That's why I was off. And sometimes I was out here walking, getting my exercise. I had to, because our minds was we wanted to roll up on her and just bust her kneecaps and take her out. I like your way of thinking about it. Yeah, yeah. Don't. We wasn't above that, believe me, because we wanted to attack that ass. But it don't always make you feel. Oh, absolutely not. Especially after this. That's why I say, make sure you have the right people in your life. If it's your parents' life, make sure they're not signing any paperwork. They don't know what they're signing. Make sure if it's you, have all your stuff done and taken care of. Have the right people in the right places. Uh, have your POA, have your POD, have your executive of your state, all that. Have it done. I don't play by mine. Yeah. Mm-mm. Absolutely. So, I have the recording so of him saying that he no way he wouldn't have made somebody else POA, power of attorney, when he have 6 kids. So we took that to the attorney. So that's going to be something we'll be able to use too. But um, we got a ways to go. Yeah, yeah. But I think we'll be good. We'll be good. But yeah, so no matter what she did, you're gonna have to up that money. So, all right then, good people. Thank y'all for coming by and listening to me ramble. But hopefully y'all got something from it, and hopefully some of y'all go out and get your stuff done. That's what you feel. Yeah, it is. It is. Definitely is. I don't care about nothing nobody does or says about me. But don't fuck with my loved ones. I've become a whole beast about mine. Yeah, yeah. Taking advantage of people, not good. Because you're going to have to reap what you sow. Yeah. So, I'm going to get my stuff done. I'm going to get my will, whether I choose to write it out, because I have a B's will, and she got hers done by an attorney, so I can just type mine out just like hers and uh, get witnesses, notarize, sign, and have all of that taken care of. I got my insurance policies, my living will done, the directives, everything. So y'all get that stuff done. Don't think you're too young to get an insurance policy, because you're not. And I'm gonna sew it right in there. Watermelon sugar. I know you're a beast. Oh, crazy. All right then, y'all. Thanks for coming, and I will see y'all in the next video.